Are we prepared for any scenario? Can I just say one thing to you? No, I'll say this to the leaders of Iran. Don't think for a moment that there will be any kind of peace if you attack us. Don't count on there being a repeat, because there certainly won't be a repeat. What happened was impactful and powerful enough. It will be a different response, much more powerful. The days are over when someone attacked us and we didn't strike back with full force. We did this to the axis of evil in Iran, and we will continue to do so to anyone who harms us. That's how we act. My dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, Sarah and I are very happy to see all of you here. In the spirit of this slogan, together the Negev wins, together the Negev wins. No, Negev wins, together the Negev wins, it will not win. I want to greet my fellow ministers, the Minister of Education, Yoav Kish, and the Minister of Environmental Protection, Edith Silman. The members of the Knesset, the mayors and council heads, the directors general. A special thank you to our host, whom we deeply respect for his tools and who is never desperate. I am willing to express your opinion. Benny, I love you very much. I admire you a lot. I truly admire and love everything you have done here in Dimona. You know, Dimona was a city that seemed to be completely forgotten by God. There were hundreds of apartments here with cockroaches, which they called jukim, completely unoccupied, and it was necessary to close them and exterminate them because they had already become a serious health problem, a local public health issue. That's what happened here. And then our governments took office. It didn't take long, but everything changed. Go outside, look at those skyscrapers, look at the institutions, look at the roads, look at the overpasses, look at the train, and look at the demand. There is no place that can meet this demand now. We added thousands of housing units. More is needed. And the Israelis choose and vote with their feet. We brought about a revolution here. I'm proud of that. Because this expresses what I deeply believe in, and I know you do too. I want to remove the idea of the periphery in Israel. There is the Galilee, there is the Negev, there is the Segev, there is the center, and you can go from one place to another in minutes, in under an hour. This is the dream, and it is coming true. We are moving forward and making it a reality. But I also want to say, Benny, that much of this is thanks to you. Dimona is on the map with a strength we haven't seen in a long time, not just today, but always. This conference is an important event, but I repeat, many say, I'm glad to be here, but they never show up. I'm glad to be here, and I make a point of coming to the Negev whenever I can, whenever the opportunity arises, with my wife, Sarah. Just in the last 2 weeks, I personally greeted the officers of the Ground Forces Officers Course. In Bahari 1 in Mitzpe Ramon, I congratulated the graduates of the pilot training course in Hatzarin. And a year ago, on a night with Kalbi, I made a very meaningful visit to Yeruham. Did you see the new apartments there? You need to see this. It's unbelievable, simply amazing. And this doesn't happen on its own, but because of our initiative and local leadership. And things are moving like a race car. Earlier this year, I made a comprehensive visit to the Western Negev as part of the effort to strengthen and develop the region, while also fighting nationalist crime in the south. It's a very big task, and I'm also trying, I'm telling you directly, to bring Shin Bet into action. We are facing some problems. Where are we facing them from? Where do the problems come from? Where are the problems, huh? What again? The judicial system doesn't work. The judicial system, it can't be. We will overcome this. We will also overcome this. And I'd also mention the visit I made with my wife, Sarah, to Kibbutz Nir Oz last summer. We will rebuild the Gaza border region even better, which was hit by the massacre of October 7th. And that's exactly what we're doing in practice. It's not just words. We are doing this with the Reconstruction Administration led by Moshe Edrei, whom we visited today. There they produce textiles in their factory. He does excellent work. He did extraordinary work in the Takuma region, in the Reconstruction Administration, with an investment of billions of shekels, and the results speak for themselves. The Takuma region around Gaza is experiencing an unprecedented demographic boom. Currently, this region is growing faster than anywhere else in the country. Faster than anywhere else in the country. So, to all the skeptics who asked, what will happen? We won't be able to rebuild. Did you abandon it? Leave it behind? The complete opposite is happening. Today, there are more residents in the region than before the attack. Former residents are returning, new ones are arriving, and the communities are growing in the kibbutzim, moshavim, and in the cities of the northwestern Negev, Sderot, Netivot, and Ofakim. Our principle is twofold: security and prosperity. Security comes before everything else. At the beginning of the last decade, I ordered the construction of the fence on the border between Israel and Egypt, over 200 kilometers long. Today we speak openly in our system. They didn't want to build it. They told me, Prime Minister, let's build a virtual fence. Do you know what a virtual fence is? I asked, what is a virtual fence? They told me, but isn't it possible? All those 200 kilometers from Gaza to Eilat? I said, yes. I think Sarah and I had just come back from a visit to China, and there we climbed the Great Wall of China, which was a little longer than 200 kilometers, right? It did a pretty good job of keeping the Mongols on the other side for hundreds of years. I said, that's exactly what we're going to do. And we did that. And what that did was prevent smugglers from coming in, and of course infiltrators, hundreds of thousands of infiltrators from Africa. That basically reduced it to zero, and it also prevented the spillover of terrorism from the Sinai Peninsula. Thanks to that fence, we protected Israel as a Jewish and democratic state, because otherwise there would be another million illegal infiltrators here, and that would change the whole country. Now, I don't deny the challenges in the Negev, and they are well known. We deal with them. We are determined to act with a firm hand against anyone who threatens our security, and we have reinforced our presence around our borders. And that means one thing. What is the area around Gaza like today? No one knows. The area around Gaza is destroyed. Where is the area around Lebanon now? The area around Lebanon is inside Lebanon. Where is the area around the Golan today? The area around the Golan is inside Syria. This is a new approach that changed our entire perspective, and I must say that I was asked, what happened? What is the difference between the period before October 7 and the period after? I said, we are going to change this because I am taking the reins, and I am changing this. We don't have an army or a state. Even though the army is fantastic, it is not good at governance, it is not good at politics. That is the responsibility of statesmen, and we have taken on that responsibility. And we have led the country down a different path, a path of initiative, action, and attack, not of containment. Well, that is a radical transformation. And the change we made not only altered the face of the Middle East, but also transformed us. We are imbued with determination to defend ourselves, and we are ready to remove all the barriers of fear that existed. Do you know what our greatest achievement is? We removed the barrier of fear. And Iran, I can't tell you what will happen with Iran at this moment. Many things can happen. We are prepared for any scenario. I can only tell you one thing. No, I'll say that to the leaders of Iran. Don't expect there to be peace if you attack us. Don't expect there to be a repeat, because there won't be a repeat. Was it powerful enough? It will be a different response, much more powerful. Are the days over when someone attacked us and we didn't strike back hard for real? We did this with the axis of evil in Iran, and we will continue to do this with anyone who harms us. That's how we act. The first pillar is security in the Negev and in the country. The second is prosperity, combining broad government investment in infrastructure with private investment. Entrepreneurs, investors, business owners, we set up the infrastructure. You can see this infrastructure in the train tracks, of course, in the south, on the roads, at the junctions, on the bridges, in the tunnels. And this infrastructure shortens the travel time from the center of the country to the Negev, and from the Negev to the center. This is the secret to the future, and that's what's happening here. That's what's happening here, and that's what's happening in the region around Gaza, quote unquote. And that's what will also happen in Salem, because in Salem we're doing something new. We're building Israel's new airport, and this will be done very quickly. You will see the boost this will give, the progress this will bring to the Western Negev, to the entire Negev. Well, Bento, we're not going to settle for just that, because I also want to build a railway line from Kiryat Shmona to Eilat. That will happen too. I say this to everyone who has any doubts about our commitment to the Negev. It is huge, it is real, it exists, and it grows stronger year by year. We are bringing big news to Eilat and its region. We are going to open Ramon Airport. We are going to improve the transportation routes in the area, and once again, I am committed. Look, the question is, how long will this take, Benny? If it takes 4 years, then I think we will be able to do it. I am committed to bringing rail service from Eilat to Kiryat Shmona, from Kiryat Shmona to Eilat. This really connects the state of Israel. Well, I would like to ask one very special thing of all of you. I ask that you inform, announce, and tell everyone, your friends, your residents, and also your acquaintances, exactly what we are doing here today. Because if they ask the existing communication channels, except let's say, they'll say, we're abandoning the Negev, we're leaving the Negev. You know this, right? Has anyone here never heard that? Everyone hears that. But if you just tell people one thing, look around you, look at your community, see what was here before, what is here now, and ask, which governments invested this huge effort? And I do this out of immense love.
Thank you very much for watching this video until the end. Support our project and contribute financially through the Pix key that appears on your screen. We are an independent channel focused on bringing you the truth. Your contribution helps us keep going.